Most LUV owners are faced with the same interior challenges. The dashes are all junk for the most part. They're all weather checked. This is all that was left in this truck, was this much of the dash. All of this foam is just falling apart, and there's not a whole lot of options on replacements. There's some people making fiberglass dashes or carbon fiber dashes, but they're pretty expensive. They're well worth it. They're very nice quality and nicely manufactured, but maybe you don't want to dump that kind of money into your truck, or looking for a less expensive option like I was. So you're pretty limited on what you can do. You can either leave it as is, remove all the foam, clean up the metal core, spray paint it, and call it a day. That'll work. Doesn't look terrible. You do what I did on my 74. I cut out the metal core and cut down a 59 Chevy dash and fabbed it in there, and it looks really good. But maybe you don't want to put that kind of effort, or don't feel like you can. But trust me, I feel like that if I could do it, anybody could do it. I didn't have any plan going into that, and it turned out really good. So what you could do, other than all of that, what I did with this one was I covered it. I covered the metal core, and the whole project cost me about $50. So that might be a suitable solution for you. Never know. I think it turned out really nice, and this is how I did it. Check it out. So we're going to cover the top of the dash with this vinyl. It was $16 at Hobby Lobby for 1 yard of it. I'm going to put down some high density foam first. That was $12.99, so $13. And then I'm going to use some automotive edge protection on the face of it. This is what I use to go around the door frames as well. So first, I covered all the holes and crevices with vinyl, the same type of vinyl that I used to make stickers. You could use tape, duct tape, anything. Cover all the holes. This way adhesive doesn't get down into your dash and all over your wiring, and also gives the foam pad a nice smooth surface to stick to. I use this 3M spray glue to adhere the foam pad to the dash. I was going to use it for the whole thing, but quickly learned that it has a bad reaction with the vinyl. When you're laying the pad down, you're cutting it into strips and everything, and you're joining them together. Make sure that there's no gaps, because when you apply the vinyl to the top of this, you're going to see all of those lines. Anywhere that you leave a gap or a hole or a dent or something, it's going to show up. So make sure that you got a nice smooth surface. Seam and joint sealer. You can get it at Baxter or any automotive store. I'm using this because the spray adhesive doesn't really work well with vinyl. It holds down the rubber mat real good, but kind of wants to eat the vinyl. So this stuff I've used for all sorts of things, from sealing the undercarriage and holes in the floorboard, and now we're going to use it to hold down the vinyl. So we're just going to smear it everywhere. Make sure you give yourself enough vinyl to hang over the edge and both sides. When you put it onto the dash, after your adhesive is all spread around, when you put it onto the dash, start in the middle and work your way out, and start towards the window and work your way back to yourself, and just kind of work it all in there and smooth it all out real well. Use something flat to push the adhesive around and give yourself a nice smooth surface. Cut off your excess vinyl with a X-Acto blade or whatever you choose, something sharp. Then I clamped it down on the front edge. I used some clothespins and some clamps and some turn signal levers because the turn signal lever had a nice radius on it, and let the glue dry completely before you apply the edge protection. Now you want to apply the edge trim on here, and make sure that when you're applying it, it's not pushing the vinyl up. I had that problem once and I had to take it off and clamp everything again and let it dry a little longer. So that's it. It looks pretty good. Only thing I would have done differently, I probably would have used a different adhesive. So the spray adhesive was a fail, and this seam seal stuff, it's just, I only use that because that's what I had on hand, and in some areas it's a little lumpy, but I can live with it. The black plastic vent here is held down with butyl rope. It's hard to, I was going to use screws, but it's hard to drill with the windshield still in, so it's just held in there with butyl rope, but it's not going anywhere. Anyways, that's it. It looks good. It was cheap, 50 bucks, craft store, and this edge protectant stuff you can get on eBay all day long. So, alright, the next video is going to be how I did this interior. I'm pretty much done with it with just a few minor details, and that'll be in the next video. So, thanks for tuning in. Till next time.